I'm Kevin Koreski with FinishLineMultisport.com, and today I'm with Steve Harad of Kestrel Bikes. We're going to go over the new Kestrel 4000, which originally came out in 2010, but is really starting to hit the market in the late part of the season, and people will see more of it in 2011. Steve, let's talk a little bit about this bike and why Kestrel revamping the brand.
Sure. We actually bought Kestrel 3 years ago. We're going into our fourth year. I was actually a former Kestrel retailer, so I had a lot of experience with Kestrel. And one of the first bikes we really wanted to look at was, we had our Kestrel Airfoil, which we've been kind of famous for, but we wanted something that was UCI legal and much more aerodynamic. The bike was built step by step with the UCI to make sure that these the angles, the tubing, everything will be UCI compliant. So we really think we've got the home run. All our athletes now are just beginning to get the bike. Like you said, we were a little late delivering our 2010, but we wanted to make sure everything was right. An extremely aero bike. We added a C2 to make it UCI compliant. The airfoil that our existing model does not have one. We will keep that as a specific to the triathlon world. But over in the UK, we're selling a lot of these to guys who are just doing the time trials. We may have this in the tour this year. We're hoping that our sister company Fuji, we're working with them, so we're really hoping to expand on this model both in the road and the triathlon market.
What are some of the bonuses to the design? Now, I'm looking at this bike and I see you guys have the hidden bottom bracket style braking. What is some of the benefits to having that style of braking to this for this bike? Well,
we really evaluated. When we did this bike, we actually started from the front to the back. We checked out multiple brakes. We wanted to know where to actually place them. We weren't necessarily sold on a specific location. We tried behind the fork, but what we've learned working with the A2 tunnel was that you've really got to not just build a frame, but add the parts to the frame. When we were designing the fork, we had multiple forks. So we went down with 5 or 6 designs. We ended as this one with the TRP brake on there being the most aero. So when we do our designs, it's not just frames, it's adding the components. On the rear, same thing. We had it originally back here. We had it on the back of the stays. We thought it was going to be more aero back here as it was fading back. It didn't end up working that way. So we really spend a lot of time. We're not looking at the gimmicks. We're really looking at a product that actually works.
Now, for the consumer, what is the benefit to riding the Kestrel? What are they going to get out of this bike, comfort-wise and stiffness-wise?
Well, my background really is in fit. I spent a lot of time designing bikes to fit people, so our goal was to make a bike that was extremely comfortable. The airfoil, the reason why that bike has been so successful is not only is it aerodynamic, but it's incredibly comfortable. My background in the triathlon world is I realized a triathlete has to get off the bike and they've got to run, so the comfort has to be from the bike. It's extremely adjustable. We're actually working with Richie on an adjustable seat post. We use the school of Dan Enfield, the stack and the reach, so I really wanted a bike that fit people and rode the same. So when I say ride the same, I'm 6'5", and I've got a girl coming in who's 5 foot. I want the ride characteristics to be the same from the smallest frame to the largest frame. We built that into the frame. Each one is designed and laid up completely different. So comfort's key for us. We can make a really aero bike, which we did, but working into the comfort end of things is much more important for us.
Now, if somebody goes and buys this bike at the local bike shop, what is this bike usually kitted out with?
Well, we offer it in 3 different versions. Our top-end version, which is our limited edition, comes with Shimano Di2. Really, really cool bike. We make 150. We'll make 150 this year. We made 100 last year. Those pre-sold out. So we do the Di2. We do a SRAM Red kit, which is this bike, and then we do down to an Ultegra. And we also offer it as a frame kit. So I've seen bikes with Shimano 105 all the way up to a Di2 kit, all kitted out.
Now, one other feature that Kestrel's added to their arsenal is you guys went out and you bought Oval.
Correct. Along with managing Kestrel, I also manage Oval. So, I'm the aerodynamic guy. It's what we've been able to do for 2011 is really reduce the price on the bikes, but more importantly, we added better products. So where last year we necessarily had an aluminum rim, this year we've added carbon. We're adding really oval bars, oval stems, oval on this particular one, not the brakes, but really all the parts. So we now have a complete package. Other than being a lot faster, the one really cool thing is we're able to do a lot of cool graphics. So when the bike comes off the floor, everything matches. It's really a dialed-in product.
Looking at this bike, it's bottom bracket, people are always talking about stiffness. People want to know how stiff is the bike, how is it going to react when I put my power into it. What can you tell people buying this?
Well, we really use our athletes. The one thing that I ask of our athletes is to give feedback. This is probably the 6th or 7th version that we had out. I'm 6'5", 220. I'm your big guy tester. I like a really stiff bike in the bottom bracket. But we really used our athletes to give us the feedback. We wanted the feedback from them. It's a very, very stiff bike. The power on this bike's incredible. But we really built in, this whole area here is built in for comfort. We want the power, but again, my whole thing is you've got to get off the bike. You just did 112 miles. You've got to go run a marathon. Comfort is really key. Well, the one thing I did, and we're working with both triathletes and time trial guys, a lot of guys, and even on our airfoil, it's chain stay length adjustment. So what we found, and a lot of companies have actually found, is where to actually put the wheel. We have a very unique adjustment, so you can actually adjust the chain stay length with these hangers. It's connected to the derailleur, so we're actually not moving the wheel. We keep it in line with the rear derailleur. About a centimeter space on this frame is really the home run mark, but obviously a little closer in some races, a little bit further in others. And it just really depends on the type of riding you're doing. So it's really adjustable as far as that goes. The one nice thing, and being a mechanic, all the cable housing has a tube running down there, so it's really easy. Race day, if a cable breaks or things, and customers are always concerned that they can't make a change on their derailleur. There's a tube that goes down on each one, so you can change your cable housing and change your cables out really quickly. It's a mechanic-friendly bike. It's a very aerodynamic bike. It's really, like I said, a year and a half for us to get this bike done.
Well, Steve, thank you for your time. The Kestrel 4000 is definitely a winner. I'm Kevin Koreski with Finish Line Multisport. This is Steve Harad with Kestrel. Check out their bikes.